So this was the body or cab for the mailbox chopper. I have my own version, and this is going to be extensive to explain. The whole chassis is styrene tube, handmade, Ford flathead out of a 53 Ford pickup, I think. The Intex Kawasaki, that's the front end and handlebars. And you can see why I didn't like it for the Kawasaki. They are really big. The handlebars are way big. They fit this build better. I can't remember what car it is. It's a model kit that came with this little, I don't even want to call it a trailer. I can't remember what the thing's called. It's like the thing that the car towed behind it to check the mileage of the roads. That's what all three of these tires and wheels are from. That little trailer thingy. I bought three individuals of those tires and wheels because I wanted these specific tires and wheels on this trike. It will have full fenders. This front fender is from the Batmobile motorcycle, Batcycle, which I do have. I just don't, I'm probably never going to build it. I told my son he can have it because I used the Batcycle wheels on a different bike, which I showed several bikes already. But I've got the fenders off of a Model T that'll go on the back, and this is off the same kit, the turtle deck trunk. I need to narrow it to fit. I'm gonna try and squeeze a radiator in there. I don't know if that one will work. Might have to go for a 132 scale or 135 scale Model T to do that, just for the radiator, which I know that's crazy, but I know a lot of people think that's crazy. They just buy a kit for one part, but there's a lot of people like me that do it. Yeah, so in total, this is sickening. The Kawasaki motorcycle, I paid $45 for that, and I have parted out the entire bike to build things. But these tires and wheels, I think I've got like $30-something in those. I want to say they were $7 to $10 each, plus shipping, or it might have been free shipping. I don't even remember. But yeah, it's not cheap anymore to build models, and that's also kind of why I stopped building them, because stuff costs money. And then I turned around and started building these, and well, not any different. They cost money. So on to the next one. The mailbox. This box shares the original, if you can call it that, the mailbox chopper trike at Roth, MPC. The original chassis is in my hand right now. I keep both of these trikes in this same box that the mailbox chopper came with. The mailbox chopper trike came in because technically they're both the mailbox chopper. Here's version 2 of what I'm doing. Now this is definitely chopped up. That's actually the handlebars off of it. And this is just going to have to press fit. This one will be Porsche powered. That's a Porsche 917 transmission and transaxle, and 3 wide tires, wide for motorcycle. They're all 3 the same size, so that's going to be one. The problem here is the handlebars for this, they technically do need to be here, just not that long. They need to be more like this. So what I'm planning on doing is using these on the other one, this one, because the driver for this one is going to sit way back here, so I need those long bars. This one I'll make custom right here for the driver. I have no plan for a body on this one. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there and show that one too. That is the only one of the trikes that I bought, the mailbox chopper. I didn't buy any of the other ones. I only wanted one of the Honda motors, engines. Raymond, the guy I used to work with, even my dad used to call him Motor sometimes, and he was a GM mechanic, Chevrolet mechanic, for a while. But I was working in a mechanic shop, and one of my coworkers, technically I guess you could call him my supervisor, co-worker, side-by-side guy, he always corrected me. It's not a motor, it's an engine. It's an internal combustion engine, not an internal combustion motor. That's what he would say. It kind of stuck with me. Do want to show this. I didn't pull this out earlier. This is from Japan. 124 scale. I don't hardly ever mess with 124 scale. Here's what's left in the box. It is not the entire motorcycle. Oh wait, yes it is. This is the purple one. That's the purple one. And then I have and it is a Kawasaki. Yeah, I don't read Japanese, so I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you what it says. But I also have 124 scale white, pearl white Kawasaki, and one of the mirrors broke off in this tin. This is part of my deleted video. This is where I got my Triumph motorcycles. I think I had 4 maybe of these boxes. This one, mint condition, unchromed, black plastic, undamaged, complete kit. Just one. There was 2 in each package, 2 in each box. There's the tires. If you let these tires sit on this plastic, it melts the plastic over time. So always bag them. If you get them and they're not damaged, bag those tires. For some reason, they melt the plastic. It's not your glue. It's the plastic and the rubber touching each other. They melt. The plastic melts. So that's where I got my Triumph motorcycles. Right there. I talked about them. I got them from a guy in the UK or England. His very young son was getting into his stuff and messing up his motorcycles, and that's how I got them. And I actually have his name here His first name was Harvey, and he lives in Great Britain, East Sussex. Seaford, East Sussex. Got his phone number and everything on here. I'll turn this to where you can't see that name and stuff, but thank you, Harvey. I still have them all. Most of them are built. I have 3 unbuilt, 2 are Triumphs, and 1 Honda. Some have been damaged, but are very repairable. These are treasures to me. That's the 2 Hondas. 250 Honda Super Sports Dream. So this is molded in red, 100% original, mint condition, undamaged. There's the tires. They all came with the same tires, knobby in the rear, street tire type tire in the front. So you could swap them around. Anybody that knows these. Everybody knows you can swap the tires around and put 2 knobbies on it or 2 street tires and just go your own way with them. So I'm going to set these 2 boxes off to the side because I'm working on getting down in here in this box on my lap. Move stuff out of the way. Let's see. Yep, that was one that didn't get put in the video. Here's a started but unfinished cub, I guess you call it. I don't know, trail bike, Trail 70 or Trail 90. And this is what I was looking for. Okay, I gotta move the big box off my lap so I can work on this. This is a handmade jewel, in my opinion. Never did finish it. My dad was mind blown by this when I built it. He was a drag racer also, so not bikes. He loved riding motorcycle, but not like this. So that is a Ford 302 or 289 turned sideways, and it's got like a Suzuki GSXR transmission adapted to it. I handmade all this, the entire frame. I was going by a motorcycle I saw on Google Images, and I kind of combined multiple different ideas to build this. So this is my ultimate Ford drag bike. Small block, small drag slick, multiple gear transmission. You know, I don't think that would be a controllable motorcycle at all, but it just looks wild. So old school drag bike frame, just modified it to fit a small block with like a Dominator carburetor on it. Anyway, that's the one that I was trying to show in the video earlier that got deleted somehow. And I do have a little radiator for this because, you know, why not? Little bitty radiator with electric fan. It does have belts, or belt and alternator. Don't ask me how I'm going to squeeze everything in this bike frame, because I don't know. I don't know. Little by little. There's the brakes and some other parts, the fairing, or as I call it, the wind splitter, because it's pointed in the middle, crested, whatever. There's not really much left in that box. Now, another handmade frame, but this is different. This is the Triumph motorcycle engine out of one of those Triumph kits that I bought. That's just the motor engine, Raymond. Here's the gas tank side, one half. The other one's down in here somewhere. Here's a little custom fairing I made out of a razor cap with a headlight in it. I'm going to set that back here. Set that there. There's the other gas tank, because I was giving it split tanks. This bike was mostly put together. Rear car tire on so West Coast Choppers, Jesse James, little bitty die-cast wheel. The wheel's plastic, but the motorcycle is die-cast. Dust on this. There's the front wheel. Skinny, tall. It's the rear fender. So there's the rear fender, and it's notched for the frame and chain. Transmission and chain. Here's the little air filters that air breathers, whatever, that I was custom making for it. Thought it was kind of cool looking. Let's see what else. I got a little fender that I had started for the front, never did finish it. Let's see. That's the little battery. The battery's off of one of the Triumphs. Also, just wanted to say that. See, I'll throw that up there. Battery. This is the exhaust that broke off of my drag bike, so I need to get that out of here. My orange drag bike. Here's a alternate headlight. This is the oil tank I made for it. I'm gonna have to use two hands to show this. Little bitty oil tank. And that's a flea on my hand again. That's the gold chain is for a different bike that's in here. There's another battery in here for a different one. Okay, so to the frame. The frame is 100% handmade. Every single piece to this frame is styrene that I cut myself and put together to make this frame. These are different size tubes and rods that I cut and fit together. Every joint, every single piece of it. This is not the original Triumph frame. Now, the front end is a girder style, and every single piece to this girder style front end is handmade and functions. I had this on Instagram for a while. Get it to focus here. So that is a functional handmade girder front fork on a handmade rigid transmission or rigid chassis made almost identical to the original style Triumph bikes. And the reason I made this one, oh, and there's springs on the seat, but I don't want to squish them because then it might break the frame. See? But the reason I made this frame was so I could use a car tire as a rear tire. It's quite a bit wider in the back. So, a little bit different design. Took me about a day and a half to get the girder to work. Love this bike. Love it. Looks kind of weird, I guess you could say, with the little handmade front end fairing thing, but that's the alternative headlight is this, and would mount right here on the top. That was my idea with that. So there's that. Let me get this put away now. Back in the tin. I value this one enough that I don't put it in cardboard. I put it in a tin because I don't want it damaged. They're all antiques, mostly, and a lot of my motorcycles are handmade, so gotta protect them. The move was rough, and a lot of things broke. So I showed my Intex Kawasaki. I showed, let's see here. Pretty sure I showed my choppers. My big, long Harley choppers. What I didn't show, though, on one of them was on, the exhaust just broke off. On this bike, it's supercharged. It's a supercharger out of a Mustang that yeah, it's kind of cool. I know that supercharger is kind of rare, kind of hard to find that model kit now. I've looked for them, can't find them anymore hardly. But yeah, for a while I was on a kick of buying model motorcycles, especially ones that were partially built or pre-built and glue bombs that needed some TLC, put it that way, some love, some refurbishing, restoring. Both of my BSAs, literally both of them, were absolute glue bombs. No offense to the original builders, but they were horrible, to say the least. I bought some other parts sets that were motorcycles that weren't finished and lots of parts missing. There's another little bike. It's a moped. So, handmade gas tank, handmade frame, modified. It's modified. It's got 3-spoke wheels on it. Don't remember what the tires are off of. The brake is off of one of the 124 scale bikes. Air filter is out of a lighter. Exhaust or muffler out of a lighter. Handmade seat and all that. The handlebars are off of the grips, I think, are off of either the BSA or the Triumph bikes. Maybe, or Honda, maybe. I don't even remember. Triple trees, I hand make those a lot. So, yeah. And it does roll. Not good, but it does roll. So yeah, that's another one. Alright, now I'm going to get into containers of spares and stuff to show you what happens over years and years and years. The old glues and those tires attack the wheels. This set of wheels is ruined. This was off of one of my BSAs, the last one, the pink one. Excuse me. That's the back wheel, I think. No, this is the... I don't remember. Anyway, here's the other one. And they are just obliterated with glue and chrome and rubber tires attacking each other. So that's what that bike was like when I got it. Here's the original seat for the BSA, and it was literally clear. It was like a clear color, the whole bike. I don't know if you can see that good. That was the color of the whole bike. Plastic. Once you take the chrome off, this is what the spokes were like. You can see that same clear color. It's kind of trippy. The original BSA gas tank is still in really good condition compared to what the rest of the bike was, and I was lucky enough to be able to get it apart without breaking it. The inside, the glue seam wasn't too bad. I've got one half of the oil tank. I've got one set of shocks. These are the original shocks. But they're glued. If the original builder wouldn't have glued them, those were functional. And this is the seat that he cut. He had two of them. Cut it to make a short seat. And here's the original piece of the triple clamp. It is broken right here. Boogered up with glue and paint. So that's that. And this is a Honda. There's a Honda tank, 2 Honda tanks, 3 Honda seats, 3 Honda fenders, 2 sets of Honda forks. It's all down in here. Another piece of the frame from the blue kit. So, Honda 250 Dream. Leftover parts that I haven't done anything with. And some West Coast Chopper style wheels. They're not West Coast Choppers. They're that set was from a cheap brand, off-brand. I don't remember which one. Another frame that I was building that I had stopped because what I was trying to do was build a BMW style engine, and well, like I said, I had to move. Stuff happened. Here's a resin cast, very small Kawasaki engine, a single cylinder Harley cast engine. Two of the West Coast chopper engines glued together, and I have a third. I sacrificed one. It was a V8. I sacrificed one for one of my chopper builds. I don't remember which one. Here is what was a functioning swing arm. That I built years ago. Another handmade engine here. Single cylinder. Each layer is cut from sheet. Came out a little larger than I wanted it to, so I literally scrapped building that bike. It was more 1/24 scale, but I wanted it smaller. Let's see. Tires. Oh crap, I forgot to put this away. Anyway, this was going to be a BMW type bike. Yeah, there we go. Don't know if I'll ever finish the BMW. I do have the shock tubes, the fork tubes made for it, upper and lower, but I didn't make the triple clamps or anything else. Anyway, wheels and tires, what I use on my bikes, just random, lots of different. Ha! Well, at least I didn't stop the recording this time. You know what, I didn't even realize I had that zoomed in. The West Coast Choppers bikes. This is not a West Coast Choppers actually. The tire is, but the wheel's not. These are. Those are West Coast Choppers, Jesse James wheels. This is also